We have 6 members now on the desk. So it's myself, Sagi, as well as Eruption joining the desk.
Oh my gosh, is this my go now? Is it my turn? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Solo Kings tournament. This is worth $1,000. So that's the winner. We got 4 semi-finalists. We have Tufzzz from Vitality. He's a Clash laner. Then we also have Keke. I'm sure I got that right. Keke from OG, and he's also a Clash laner. And that's the first game right now. Later on, we have Shanks from Twisted Minds, and then also from A7 we have Danny. Mate, it's going to be a great matchup today, especially this first one right now. We've got 2 Clash laners. I wonder who they're going to pick.
I wonder who they're gonna pick. I think Clash laners, they don't really touch the floorborne marksman. They're probably gonna be touching on the floorborne tank here. And especially when we talked about the rules, like just our dear panelists mentioned, it's either you get 7 minutes with the most farms, or you get the first bullet, or you get the first tower.
Okay, so we were talking about the stakes for this, right? $1,000 on the line. You know, on the desk, Manjin, we heard you. You're supporting Tufzzz, right? And the rest of the members are going for Keke. How about our side? Who are we thinking is going to win this 1v1?
Well, I'm looking at Sagi. He actually looks like Keke right now with his hairstyle. It's amazing. I don't know how you did it. That's why you were gone for an hour, were you?
Ooh, yeah, I was gone for an hour there, but doesn't mean that I'm supporting Keke here.
Ooh,
Vitality Tufzzz, my boy. I'm supporting him in this 1v1.
Okay.
Wow. For me, I'm definitely going with Keke because I'm an OG fan. All the way from other games, you know, the OG team, we're on.
Okay, double that because Kindofu is going to go with Keke as well. K for the K. We're going to take the Ks in this match, and we're going to take your towers as well.
Ooh, I love it.
1,000 prize on the line here. First blood, 1 kill, best of 1 here. Stakes are relatively high, especially for these 2 players here. So, I'm really stoked to see what they have in store for us as we move on to the best of 1 between Vitality Tufzzz and OG Keke.
And here we go. That's right. They're running in. Ooh, he's got a bit of a bow and arrow right there.
Okay.
Oh, it's a mirror match.
Yes, it is going to be a mirror match.
Now. Okay. Here we go. So, do we have any items on the board yet?
Not yet, not yet. I mean, this first wave is going to be very important, right? So Keke against Tufzzz is really about who can land more hits here, and they're going for that 1v1.
They are indeed going for the 1v1, but look at the common spell difference here. Tufzzz, he went for the traditional flasher, but look at Keke. He has that frenzy. If it's an all full blown out team fight, 1v1, Keke is definitely coming on top here.
You know what that means? It means Keke is much more confident.
Oh, mate, I'm just watching, guys. It is great, but I've noticed that Keke was level 2 first, so it was ahead, but not anymore. It's quite even right now. What do you think, what type of items do you reckon they'll get for the first or 2?
I think...
What do you think they'll prioritize?
If we look at the state right now, right? Lifesteal is definitely the name of the game because it removes the need of you having to recall, right? So, you either go lifesteal or like the Blood Reaper or the Doomsday here, so you can benefit from sustaining in lane, but you gotta think of one more item. Boots of Fortitude, the armor boots.
Okay, so for me, I go a little greedier. I want max damage. I want the Swift Strike Lance. I want extra attack speed so that I can bully that person in lane. But for now, I mean, okay, look, both of them are professional, so it really is about the inches at this point.
It is indeed about the inches here as Keke pops the frenzy here, but Tufzzz pulls back. I'm loving what Tufzzz is doing here. So, for those who have never played full-blown marksman here, the more minions nearby, it gives you more full stacks. And look at Tufzzz here. He's managing the minions so well into this mid lane, so he always get the max flow stacks.
Okay, so we'll look for the arrow storm, right? That kind of triangle thing when he shoots his arrow. That's the one we're waiting for. And then we really get to see whose positioning is better, because Keke's build, in terms of common spells, is a little bit more greedy. Tufzzz is able to kind of reposition himself. There we go, first one on the board.
Ooh,
okay.
Arrow Storm. Arrow Storm comes.
Tufzzz still has a flicker.
Yes, Flash
so
indeed.
he can, yep.
Flash indeed still available for Tufzzz here as the wave is strategically frozen in front of the tower here. He has no healing due, he has no form of healing here, so Tufzzz is in a very awkward situation right now.
Yeah, he wants to force him away. The flash committed, and I think Keke got the better one out of that engage. This means Keke has an advantage. He has the frenzy as well.
He has a frenzy as well here, so right now Keke is at a very advantageous spot here right now. Ooh, what are we looking at, boys? This is very close between these 2 players.
Yeah, I think it really will come down to one split second. Keke missed all of his shots. Yeah, he missed everything.
Well, he cleared the lane at least.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
that was so close,
almost there. So you can actually TP back.
You can, but you're taking a risk, right? Because if you TP back, you can't clear the waves, and he's gonna... Okay,
correct.
he's not gonna miss out on any minions, so that's good for him.
But one thing's for sure, guys, if he recalls back, there is only one bad part of the game. If within 7 minutes, there's no first blood, there's no first tower, they are gonna be winning based on whoever has the most farm.
Okay. So we're kind of halfway there. Tufzzz, he's gonna try and freeze the lane, right? How you freeze the lane here is that you push them back with damage so that they are not in range of getting the EXP from the minion. And looks like it didn't work out for Tufzzz. He's kind of suffering a little bit now.
He's indeed suffering a little bit, but thankfully from the Flowburn's first spell, stacking the flow, you still get a decent amount of healing here. He's playing it very strategically. He knows that Keke has this advantage. He chooses to back off, and he's healed to full with that healing deal.
Okay, I'm gonna need a favor from you, Eruption. When this game ends, I want you to erupt as well.
There we go, this isn't... Oh, that was almost there.
Yeah, super close, right? I mean, Tufzzz, like, they're standing on thin ice, both sides.
Well, you could say that it's still much even right now.
It's pretty much even right now, but when we talk about the final fight coming into the 7-minute mark, if let's say Tufzzz has a strategic advantage, he doesn't have to farm here, but look at Tufzzz here. He's extremely low.
Oh no! There's the potential first blood. Oh, Tufzzz is so low. 1 pixel away from getting taken down, and Keke has a great advantage here. He can take some licks onto the turret.
And look, he doesn't want to recall.
If he recalls here, his turret is going to go kaboom here, so he cannot be recalling right now. Look at Tufzzz here.
Oh no!
He's having so much pressure right now. The tower goes down to Keke.
There we go, that's it. The game goes to Keke, there we go. My gosh, look at the hairstyle, mate. Good looking guy. He deserves the win there. And he put the pressure, even though he did do that recall. He came back and regained his confidence in the lane.
Okay.
Came out with the win.
That's great, right? So at this point, Keke takes a step forward, one step closer towards that 1,000 USD in dollars, of course. But of course, their next match is going to be Shanks from Twisted Minds against Danny from Alpha 7. Thoughts on that?
Thoughts on that? I gotta say here, man. Are we gonna see another Flowborn Marksman matchup? Because, man, these two kind of boring. It's not like the matchup that I'm looking for, right? It's not like the brawl, the 1v1. Really close in terms of combat. This is just like, you know, I'll poke you a bit. I'll poke him a bit, but let's hear more from Milosh and Mara at the stage.
Oh my goodness, Milosh, that was so exciting. I was literally at the edge of my seats there.
1 health left there at the very end, but still it's Keke that experienced the timing. He was able to recall at the right time, heal back up, and really not miss out on the next creep wave. So excellently timed.
And in this challenge, you can see that anything can happen. One mistake, and that could be your final. So how about let's start with the next set of our players. Up first, Shanks. Shanks is the farm laner of Twisted Minds. He defeated a KWC player in the quarterfinals to make it here in the semis.
Maybe we'll get another tight matchup between these two, just like we had in the first game. It all depends on how on point both of our players will be, and of course, his opponent. Joining us, it's Danny! Representing Alpha 7 Esports is, of course, their jungler. Well, here, he won't be able to play in the jungle because that would be against the rules if you would just go around and farm gold for the rest of the game, but he's going to have to prove his mettle in mid lane. Will he take out the tower? Will he bring his opponent down in Shanks? Or will he just out-farm him until the 7-minute mark?
And it's interesting what kind of techniques they'll be using for this one. And I think they're both ready, so we're going to head back to our caster. Shanks versus Danny. Lead the gorge.
All right, so we had right over there an amazing match between Tufzzz and Keke. And Keke is going to make it to the final. And he's going to be waiting for the winner in between these two people. Right over here is going to be Shanks against Danny. You can see Danny right over there on the screen. He is locked in.
Wow.
It is just lovely right over there. Shanks on the other side. You can see his fingers. He's got the hot hands going on in there, right?
I know Sagi mentioned he didn't want to see Marksman v Marksman again. And there's a good chance here that it is going to be Marksman v Marksman.
Yeah.
But if there's anyone that plays Flowborn tank, it's going to be the jungler for A7, Danny.
It's got to be like that, right?
Yes,
like
sir.
Danny might have just like that little extra factor, the X factor that he's going to need for the win.
X factor for sure, but I'm going here for Shanks, man. I was hearing Eruption talking about the hairdo and the hairstyle, of course, and Shanks, of course. Look at that swag, man.
Drippy lad.
Drippy lad.
Completely.
Come
All right.
on.
What about we talk a little bit about the winning conditioning here? We said that you got 3 ways to win. Turret, kill, gold. Now, we saw a lot of the strategy in there was just to let the minion waves clash against each other, and then after that, just in the last moment, just kind of like take the minion.
Yeah.
What is going on in there?
Absolutely. Last hitting is extremely important. If you do not want to win via combat, you need to have the most gold at 7 minutes.
True.
Yeah.
And to have the most gold, you need to last hit every single minion there.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're in an advantage situation in lane, you want to freeze your wave so the enemy has to walk up and get the minions.
Yeah.
That way, they have to put themselves at danger.
The freezing of the lane actually benefits with your first skill also, like the convergence, the extra units that you need to get those stacks. But also, we've been talking about this. We didn't actually consider the frenzy being used here,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
actually for me the best spell that you can have, especially if you're gonna do the marksman flowborn hero here.
Yeah.
And with that frenzy, I think it gave the opportunity for Keke to win that fight. The Tufzzz really didn't consider it. Yeah.
Yeah, it gave Keke the extra juice he needed there. Frenzy gives you a little bit of a damage amp, a little bit of lifesteal, a little bit of attack speed, a little bit of everything, right? And in a 1v1 situation, when you guys are standing still shooting each other, all those extra stats add up.
You can spam it. You can spam it. Actually, if you're gonna go like level 1, no minions whatsoever, level 1, go for trades. Just pop that frenzy, and you definitely win.
I love the way that Manjin sees the game, man. Like he's just like, you know what,
Yeah.
minions, who care about that?
Don't care
let's
about
go,
minions,
let's go
man.
and
Let's
throw
go for
hands.
trades.
Let's
Yeah.
throw hands. You know what? I love to see, and I love playing with Sagi together because Sagi's always carrying me over there in rank. Sagi, what are your thoughts on this? But come on, I want to hear from you a little bit.
My thoughts onto this?
Yeah,
Of
go
course,
for it.
I'm definitely stoked for the 1v1, and I really agree with Manjin there. Very good point out on that frenzy there, because, man, that gave Keke so much lifesteal and defensive stats, and that was really the case that won him that 1v1.
Wait, I need to ask Isaac, hey, what about me? I was in your ranked games too.
Yo, Kin, no. Hold up. Kin, Sagi, Blam, and Holler, and myself, that's the OG 5v5, right? That is the OG 5v5, but I'm telling you, man, Ken, if you don't up your game, I'm gonna have to just bring Phil or Manjin in the truck, mate.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You've been
I'm sorry,
replaced.
man.
Ken, I'm actually marksman too, so you know.
Oh,
It fits, right? It
you
fits,
guys
right?
are gonna regret you said that. I was the top OE in the server for a short amount of time.
Short amount of time.
Yeah,
How short?
shorter.
How short?
One day.
You see, that's the problem when you bring receipts, man. Like you bring the receipts, and it's like, oh, how long time was that? A couple hours. But yeah, you know what? It's a matter of the intention. Ken, what do you think is going to happen in here, man? Like we've got Danny and we've got Shanks on the other side. Like you already saw the first game. What can we expect different for this one?
I think, you know what? I want Danny to be the baddie here. I want him to come up with the flow-born tank and show us those outplays.
Ooh, that would be really nice, but that would make him different to the rest, right? And being different sometimes is great, but some other times being different might not work and it might just blow on your face.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
I
that's
think
true.
poke matters here also, right? Like after the first kill, you can definitely poke with those extra piercing damage that the Flowborn has. But yeah, I do agree. Maybe we can see some Flowborn tanks now. Come on, Danny, Shanks, talk to the production.
Eruption!
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me, buddy.
I am here and I am present.
I really want to hear from you, mate. Like I saw that you were super excited about that first match. We were here just like enjoying your casting. How is the whole experience going in there, mate?
It's amazing, actually, and it's also good to work with, you know, alongside great casters and analysts like yourself. So it's good to be in the box right now. Oh, we have the draft already.
Yeah, I mean, TT Global, you know, 冲吧. I see that. All right, we see you fans out there. 我们看得到你. Don't worry, 加油加油. Right, that we want to also give support to the teams competing at the grand finals today. But before we go there, right, look, everyone is born normal, but only a few are destined for greatness. And right now, Danny as well as Shanks, one of them can be one step closer to greatness and also have 1,000 USD in the bank.
It would be lovely just for them just to be able to head to the greatness, to be able to just write their names on the history of our KWC 2025 as a finalist in our solo challenge. Well, boys, what about if the casters take control of this? They're going to bring us all the action. Here over there at the analyst desk, we're going to sit down, watch the game, and enjoy the show. Take it from here, boys.
Thank you, brothers in the analyst desk. Okay, here we go. This is round number 2, semifinals of the Solo Kings tournament.
1v1.
1v1, here we go. And now we're seeing something slightly different. We have Flowborn versus...
He's going for the tank. He went for the tank.
He went for the box
he
tank.
went for the tank. Here we go.
So for those who don't really understand how Floorborn works, you have 2 versions right now in this tournament server. It is the Floorborn Marksman and it is the Floorborn Tank here. So Danny, being the Danny he is, he went for the tank version.
I know why. He's a jungler. So as a jungler, I'm a jungle main, so you'd want to go with more of a melee stance.
Okay, I like it. Look, early game, I think Danny's going to suffer a lot. But then, as a jungler, you know, right? Once you hit that power spike, maybe level 4, then Shanks is not going to have a great time at all.
Indeed, not going to great time at all. We're going to see Danny jumping in, doing the multi-man knockup onto Shanks here, but the early game is the key part that Danny has to control here because he's getting outranged by Shanks here so far.
Yeah, the last hits once again matter, right? And Danny has not gotten too many last hits at this point. So Shanks is on a timer because once Danny comes online, you know, Shanks might go offline here.
No, that's correct. And you can see Danny just healed up because he was taking so much damage. He tried to get close, but it was not even close at all. So being a melee hero, you're going to get damaged and then you're going to be kited. So that's what's happening here.
That's indeed what's happening here right now. Shanks giving it a bit of a poke here, but the tower shield is still up and alive 3-4 minutes here. After that 4 minutes here, we're going to see a lot of turret damage here coming in from Shanks towards it.
Yes, he still has that armor, right? So for now, Danny, he understands, let's play the timing first, right? Against Shanks, you get a couple of free hits, no problem. I'm going to get the waves, and then I'm going to hit level 4. But for now, that backdoor protection coming in before the 4-minute mark.
Ooh, look at the poke here coming in from Shanks here. And another interesting thing we can point out here, Shanks, once again, following Keke's footstep, went for the frenzy take here. So that is so much compatibility onto this hero.
Yep, and right now, I think Danny will hit level 4, and he might jump in with a flash and do some damage. And that's what we kind of want to see right now.
Shanks having a very substantial lead. Look at the pokes, the arrow shower. This is not the kind of shower you want to experience in life.
No, not at all.
That looks painful, man, especially 2 minutes 30 seconds in. The tower is already at half HP now. So no engage yet coming in from Danny. There's no angle here. Shanks is extremely tanky. I believe that he went for some lifesteal setup here because look at him. Unscratched, still full health. What are the thoughts if you're Danny?
I think patience is key. Patience is a virtue, right? So as Danny, I'm okay, right? We haven't had too much damage that is threatening on that T1 in the mid, but Danny needs to go in soon. He does have the flash and his ultimate.
And look at the tower. The tower's almost quarter. Oh, good heal right there.
Ooh, that is pre-4 minute here. If Danny doesn't pull the trigger past the 4th minute mark, where the tower plate will go down here, I gotta say here, we might see a repeat of what happened back in game 1 here, Keke.
Yeah, look at Danny. He's purposely not standing in front of the tower, so the piercing shots don't really hit the turret. But Danny goes in!
Oh, Danny goes in, gets the knockback onto Shanks here, but Shanks with the frenzy is relatively tanky here. That is a golden opportunity being missed out by Danny here. He needs to figure out what comes next because he is dangerously low right now.
Yeah, that was the one opportunity for him, right? If he had gotten that kill there, it would have been great. But he missed the deal. He got the deal, but instantly got touched by Shanks, which means that healing factor is gone. Danny in a very horrible position. Is he gonna try? He's getting shot.
He's getting shot, and right now, 4th minute onto tower right now. The tower is extremely low. Danny low as well, too low, going down. Towers goes towards to Shanks.
Oh my goodness. Patience was a virtue, as you said, Kin, but patience also can ruin your game. But hey, that's what happens when you go against a range hero versus a melee. You're gonna get and suffer those consequences of going through with that. So
yes. he needed to buy more time. But unfortunately, time is one of the things that you can't really buy, especially in a 1v1, right? 7 minutes, that was the time limit. And with that, we will have our grand finals between Keke from OG as well as Shanks from Twisted Minds.
Once again, these two players coming in from these two distinct teams from the KMW, they are long-term rivals now. And what better way of showing who's better through a 1v1?
Yes, and I think Blam is very happy with this, right? Him being the, cheerleader of KMW, it's okay, we got it. We know that they have had very strong performances in this KWC. But once again, are we going to see an upset? Because Keke and Shanks, they have been going at it in their 5v5s. I want to see the 1v1s, but let's take a look at Sky on the stage. What do you have for us?
Welcome back, everybody. And yes, we have our grand finalists ready to go for our Solo Kings Challenge, Sky.
Whoever wins in this final not only will take a lot of honor back because he will be the solo king, of course, but also with a $1,000 prize. Imagine that.
Not bad for fleeing a few 1v1s here on stage. So let's introduce our finalists one more time. First up, it's Keke. A much beloved player from OG Esports, beating Tufzzz in their first game, in the first 1v1 of the Solo Kings Challenge on stage. A close matchup. He was able to clutch it back near the end of those 7 minutes. Close to it. I can't wait to see what he can play here.
I think he's fully ready for that. And let's welcome his opponent, Shanks from Twisted Minds. Shanks just finished his battle with Danny, and surprisingly, in the very first round of the qualifiers, actually Danny beats Ino from AG.AL. What a surprise. I believe that Shanks is ready and the battlefield is already ignited.
I think I know exactly what heroes they're going to play and how this is going to play out. It's just kind of a coin toss. Hopefully no melee for this time around. Our grand final for the Solo Kings Challenge is ready to go. Let's send it back.
The arena is ignited. The Amazon Arena is ready to take us into the final of this Solo Kings. This is gonna be Keke from OG Esports battling it out against Twisted Minds Shanks. Who's gonna take the dub? Who's gonna go home with that 1K bag, mate?
Bro, this is the West Regional Finals here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the rematch. There you go. And plus all of their hairdos, man. That's all about it, man.
It's about the drip. I'm telling you.
It's about the drip.
It's about the drip.
Both of them use the Frenzy and the Flowborn Marksman as well, and so I'm here to be entertained. Come on.
I'm not sure who wins this one, but I know it's going to be Flowborn Marksman, as we've seen in the last game here.
100%.
Yo, let's talk about that, man, because we did call for it. We wanted to see the Flowborn tank, right? Like, we're like, oh yeah, give us Flowborn tank, and they just came and just, pump, died. What was the reason? What is the ups and downs of just having Flowborn tank against Flowborn Marksman, Phil?
Realistically, we were being really nice on the desk here about Flowborn tank, but that matchup is honestly unplayable. The only way you will win is if you catch them off guard, and Danny did catch Shanks off guard, but it did not have enough gas in the tank to take him out, unfortunately.
That was a nice attempt coming out from Danny. Again, the range and the poke at level 1, it's really a massacre right there that Shanks did to Danny. But then again, the attempt was made. I kind of feel like the reason why Danny got the victory against was with that play,
well,
because
right?
he uses the tower damage to get a little bit of chunk of the HP. But then again, Shanks actually managed to get out of the tower range, and then it's over from there.
It is part of the strat, man. It's part of the strat. You cannot just lure him inside of the turret, and then you're like, okay, yeah, oh no, I'm gonna die. Boom, poke him in, get him in the turret, and it's not a 1v1 no more. It's a 2v1 with the turret coming in.
Flowborn tank definitely a little bit more gimmicky here because of that. Another thing to take note of here, we noticed early on in that 1v1 there, Flowborn tank, you're going to be down on money. So that means if it goes to 7 minutes, you're guaranteed going to lose.
GG.
And because of that, if the Flowborn Marksman itemizes defensively, there's nothing stopping Flowborn Marksman from building tank as well.
Yeah.
They can just stall you out, and then they can win by time.
So 100% for sure they're going to be Flowborn tank. But now I think the game will depend on the first itemization? Are they going for that extra armor, or are they going for the extra movement speed, or are they going damage? I'm so curious.
Yo, Manjin, what about if we just get Kin in here on this one? Because Kin, I know that he knows the items all the way through. He's just like through, just going and reading about the items. What's gonna be the first item right over there, Kin?
The first item is going to be hairspray. Because at this point, it really depends on whose hair is better at this point. I want you guys, you know, Saki's going to be loitering around the arena, I presume, later on. Compare his hairstyle with Shanks as well as Keke. The three of them should go up on stage and take a photo because they look so good today.
Shanks came in on the saggy skin, man. That's true. That's lovely. I love that. Saggy, what do you think is going to be the first item, mate?
Okay, realistically speaking, first item. Aside from hairspray there, they are definitely dripped out in their own jerseys. But okay, in-game item. Boots of Fortitude. So far, we see both of these matches, if you go the armor boots, you definitely have more of a winning edge here because you can tag so much damage here.
Okay, I need to add on that. I think one of the main items you'll see is also the Doomsday. This is the black sword covered in red blood or whatever it is. This is the item that will help you to deal percentage-based damage. Or you could go for the red orb, which is called the Meteor.
Okay.
And this can help you get a little bit more armor piercing, which adds to your attack. So it depends, right? Do you want to go defensive? Do you want to go aggressive? My personal choice, I like to go aggressive because I want to show you that I'm better.
Ken, I actually like a lot that you mentioned over there the choice of just buying Meteor first, right? Like, it is not even a matter of thinking like, okay, yeah, let's get to Doomsday. Doomsday is a very expensive item, right? Like, so you need to start thinking about like, okay, which is the cheapest that I can get that is going to give me the most advantage at the moment. Saggy, if you were to go over there under that idea, okay, you already talked to us about the boots. What goes after the boots?
Ooh, I think Blood Weeper is exceptionally good because if you imagine what happened back in the first series,
yeah,
Tufzzz had to back off because he couldn't defend the tower. He had no lifesteal. So lifesteal is the name of the game as we go towards this grand finals between OG Keke and Twisted Mind Shanks. Let's go.
Okay, big start. And I want to add on, there is also another potential item, the Spark Forge Dagger. You get the deal, so buy one Vampiric Scythe, right? That's the half item for lifesteal, you get 8%. And then you add on the Spark Forge Dagger, increase attack speed, magic chain lightning damage as well, so you can clear the lanes faster.
Well, that is a certain potential here as we see both these two players just duke it out towards the mid lane here. Both, as we mentioned, as we've seen from the semifinals, are going for the Frenzy here, as Frenzy has been popped by both sides.
Actually, that's what I've been wanting to watch. I wanted to see it right then and there. They went head to head, toe to toe. Left, right, 1, 2, 3, uppercut, and that's the champion right there.
So Keke with the K. What did Kindofu tell you? It is about the K. So grand finals winner, Keke from OG, Dream OG, wins this entire Solo Kings, takes home 1,000 USD.
That was so quick coming in from Keke. That immediate 1 minute, immediate towards the first blood day. Man, compared to the last two games here, this was definitely a fast one.
Yes, and you know what? I feel like Keke has a chip on his shoulder from what happened 2 days ago, how they were, exited, and now he's like, you know what? I want revenge. I interviewed him, and I see the not so much anger in his face, but frustration.
Okay,
and now he came in to prove himself that, hey, don't leave me. Don't leave those stones unturned. I got to come in, and I will attack, and I will assassinate.
Okay, so bottom line, Keke is better hair.
Yep, today the person with the better hair has won the game here. So, as you mentioned, it was not about the boots. It was not about the lifesteal. None of that matters. It was about the hairspray.
Yes, and look, Keke, you have a new challenger coming up. Sagi also has hairspray today on his hair. We want that 1v1 caster versus talent. Let's go. But first, let's go to that interview.
All right, here we go. We're now at the Amazon's Arena, and standing beside me will be our champion in our Solo Kin Challenge, Keke. What just happened? It was so quick. What happened? 刚才发生了什么？
可能就可能是我铭文带的有点优势吧，因为我带了点肉铭文，然后他对点会点不过我。
So I do have a little tricks for myself because I have those HP cranes inside, so that I think if we are only doing the auto attacks towards each other, I will be having those advantages. So congratulations one more time on winning to be the Solo King champions. And you're also getting that award with a trophy and $1,000 prize. Look at that. Check this out. And your award will be presented by Fane, the head of esports, for honor of kings. What a prize. Let's take a picture together to memorize this cherished moment. Thank you so much. As we see this prize, I was super curious. What you gonna do with a $1,000 as a prize? Maybe I will just together with my teammates enjoy a wonderful meal together with them. And one more time, speak some Italian to your fans and family over there. What will be the things you want to share with them at this very moment?
Qua grazie a tutti quelli mi hanno aiutato e miei famiglie.
All right, hope you enjoy